In this video, we will be reviewing how to cast on our knitting. So we have our yarn in the bowl to keep it from falling all over the place and our pair of needles. The first step is to create a slip stitch. The easiest way to do this, you have your yarn on the right with the tail on your left. Make a beak with your thumb and your pointer finger on your right hand. Take your yarn in your left hand and wrap it around your little beak here, going over the top away from you. Pinch together with your left hand where those two yarns meet. The yarn coming from the ball should be over the top of the yarn from the tail. With your original beak, just reach down, grab the yarn coming from the ball and bring it up through that loop. You can then just pull on the yarn coming from the tail. There you have it. To tighten this up, all you need to do is just pull on the yarn from the ball. So this stitch, this loop, can now be placed around your needle and tightened. Now remember, you want this to be able to slide very easily along your needle. You want it to fit comfortably around there, but be loose enough that you can comfortably slip your other needle inside it. Okay. I like to take my tail yarn, hold it against my left hand needle just with my lower 3 fingers, and that just keeps it nicely out of the way. So to start casting on, you take your right hand needle and insert it into that loop that is on your left hand needle. So the needle has to go from the left to the right. And there it is, coming out the back of that loop. You then take the yarn coming from the ball. I just have the needle propped up against my body here so that it doesn't fall over. Take the yarn from the ball, wrap it in an anti-clockwise direction around that right hand needle. Only the right hand needle. Make sure you're not doing this because that won't work. So wrap it around the right hand needle and then gently pull that needle out, and as you get to the tip, start to point it towards your left shoulder so that you catch that yarn that you wrapped around it. And there it is. You can pull that out so that you get a nice big loop. Then you want to place your points together. Slide that left point down the right needle until it goes through that loop, and you can remove that right hand needle. Again, we just take the yarn from the ball and give it a gentle tug until it's comfortable around that left hand needle. To continue casting on, you just do the exact same thing for however many stitches your pattern says to cast on. So in through the loop, around, bring it through, pull it out, put your left hand needle through it, take your right hand needle out, and pull it snug. Here we have 3 stitches on my needle here. One other thing that I've noticed that I like to do that helps me is when I have wrapped the yarn, and I like to use my left pointer just to guide that needle through as it pulls through. There we go. Oops. 4 stitches there. So I'm just going to quickly cast on a few more so that we're ready for the next video, which will demonstrate the knit stitch. Getting caught here. Through. How many do I have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's just do 8. And there I have 8 stitches cast on there. All of my knots are at the bottom.